you very much for having me here. You've heard yesterday about the results of some of the fantastic projects that ECA has funded, and I'm here to talk to you about a project that hasn't really even started yet. It's called a virtual energy network, and let me just see if I can flick this on. And it's a virtual energy network is a software platform that allows virtual trade in rooftop solar output between those who are producing it and those in their neighbourhood or community who could use it. It's allowing that trade within a retailer, between the customers of that retailer, so households and small businesses of that retailer. And for the participants in that virtual energy network, it will, we hope, it should result in higher prices for those who are selling their rooftop solar output, so higher than their usual feed-in tariff rate, and lower prices for those who are consuming it, so households, small businesses, renters, apartment dwellers who can't necessarily install panels on their roofs. And critically, it's only going to be cheaper when it's available from those rooftops, so it's inherently tied to the production from our homes. So I'm here today to talk to you about an idea that does have some legs, but I'm here to talk to you in the hope that you'll help us by spreading the word, by talking to us and assisting us in generating interest in the idea for the purpose of the study and to see whether this solution really does have the benefits that we think it might. But before I get to my ask, I thought it would be helpful and sort of a nice background to tell you about how the project came to be. So in 2024, a group of residents in the Wingecarribee Shire Council got together with a consultant, and they are the community members, are part of an organisation called Win Zero. And their objective is to take their community to net zero as fast as possible. And they were being frustrated by declining feed-in tariffs, which were going to put a bit of a halt on installations of new solar, and other barriers in their community for people who also couldn't install solar because of financial or other physical reasons. So they decided to pilot this crazy idea of a virtual energy network. And that pilot exists today. There are 35 community members in the Wingecarribee Shire who are currently trading their excess energy with each other in their communities. Now, at about the same time, I was wrapping up a project, my first project that was funded by ECA, which was about shifting electric vehicle charging to the middle of the day, which has all sorts of benefits. And I was delivering a webinar about that project, not sure whether there was any point at all in really delivering a webinar, but doing it nonetheless. And I invited the audience that I couldn't see to get in touch with me and chat with me about their experiences of electric vehicles or their experiences of rooftop solar. And one of them did. And his name is Miles, and he's here today with me from Win Zero, and he wanted to chat to me about their virtual energy network. So I said, sure, let's have a conversation. I thought it would just be a nice chat and I'd find out what this community group was doing. He told me about, the benefits for owners of rooftop solar and, the benefits for those who don't have rooftop solar in terms of cheap energy. And I thought, oh, isn't that a nice idea? That's great. That's going to support further uptake of rooftop solar. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, hold on. If there's greater utilisation of rooftop solar within the network, close to where it's being produced, that's really important. That's a bit like a battery. That's potentially a game changer for the way we design and think about the future of consumer energy resources. Now, so a project was born, and we had many conversations with many of the brilliant people at ECA to help refine and direct that project. We now have a research project that's a combination of a university, an advocacy organisation, and a community group in the Wingecarribee Shire. But that brings me back to my main job for today, which is asking for your help whether it be talking to us about some of the challenges we might face, about how to send messages, whether it be helping us host community events in your communities and connecting with people who might benefit from participation in this virtual energy network. Because as my steering committee, or the steering committee, is constantly reminding me, I've asked us to get at least 400 participants for this study in a very short period of time. And so we need a lot of interest, we need a lot of enthusiasm to get us along the way. So please come and talk to us. We have a flyer to hand out. Miles and I will be outside for any of you who are interested in discussing the project with us. We're interested in your perspectives, we're interested in your circle of influence, and whether you can assist us to generate interest and excitement in the project. Now, I'm not promising a silver bullet. It will not solve all of the problems that have been discussed here today, but we think it has great potential to contribute to solving at least one of them. So thank you very much.